What made D-Wade's game so special?
The way he, like, you ever seen like a tiger or like a panther, like how they get low to attack? That's how he played. So like when he's coming at you, he's low and then he's exploding up, right? So like even his pick and roll, to this day, I don't know what he did or how he got through pick and rolls, but it was one of those things where he got so low and exploded, it was really hard to guard the dude. Yeah. He was really explosive.
Yeah. D-Wade, man, shit, man. I ain't never really seen, like you said, the one word to explain him is explosive, like quick, like elusive, you know what I'm saying? Splitting that pick and roll, bro, like he had certain moves that he introduced outside of Ginobili, which is him kind of mastering the Euro after Mano introduced it to the world. And then he had this baseline spin move where 2 dribbles to the baseline, spin back, dunk on your ass. And it's like so many things that you could try to do to stop him. And then once he had his midi going, he could pull up to the free throw line and get that shit going. And it's a long night if he hitting the 3. And you never know when he's gonna dunk on whoever the fuck down there. Like
the snatchback.
The snatchback at the free throw line.
Yeah, that drive really hard, that reverse snatch, that was him. When he hit Baron Davis with it as a rookie, going as a player,
when he introduced certain moves for like a guard like me, like seeing a game changer when you can come in, give a move, and it work every fucking time. And you're like, I need that in my game. Yeah. Once you put that in, you're like, oh, this is why he's so cold. But he had elements to his game to make him a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Like the explosiveness, like you said. It's hard to teach a kid how to get that low and get to the basket and finish. And the only thing I wish about D-Wade that he didn't hit the ground so hard. He was always falling and flailing. And that was one of them things that was like, that's why he got to the free throw line.
We was this close from being teammates.
Wow. In Miami, right?
Yep. We was this close. So my free agent year was the year he got drafted. So Miami was, coming after me. And Cuban ties, right? They were like, okay, so we want to play him at the point, so you guys can have this 1.2 type of like, if you can guard the point, he can guard the 2, he can bring the ball. So we have this great combo that we can do, right? You have your Cuban ties, so you're coming back home. This is a great story. And I was asking for, I think, 50 at the time. So the number was around 50, 55.
What year was that?
This is 03.
03.
So Pat Riley was like, I don't believe paying, guys, young guys that kind of money, right? Because I'm asking for 55, but we're tearing up. So I was like, And then that's when Washington opened up, and then they had 63 to offer.
Oh, shit.
Right? So Lamar Odom is waiting for me because he's number 1 free agent, I'm number 2. And under us was Miller. Andre Miller?
Andre Miller.
And he already set the tone at 51.
Where was he coming from?
He was coming from an off year from Cleveland.
Cleveland. Then he went to Denver?
Denver.
Yep.
Right? So he kind of set the bar. So I'm like, I'm at least, 15 million more than him.
Yep.
And then I know, Lamar Odom was like, well, I'm in front of Gilbert. So he was waiting for me.
That's
so
wild.
So we was doing that. So when I picked Washington, he took that money
in Miami.
In Miami.
Where was he? He was coming from Clippers. Yep.
Do you ever regret not going to that Heat squad?
No. Shit. Right. I got to really establish who I was as a player.
Yeah.
In Washington, that was the point that, they didn't have a superstar. They were ready for a star. And I was going to be handed the keys.
How would that work out? Hypothetically, you still would have been there for Shaq, right? Or with that money now?
So. No, but it was a 3-year deal?
5.
5 years.
6 years. Wait.
Well, they would have had enough bread.
It wasn't the max.
I was at 6 years. I was 6 years, 63.
You were 6 years.
But would they have had to pay Wade by that? No, they would have been able to have all you guys.
That was Wade's first
rookie. So you've been still rookie dude.
We don't know. Who did Shaq get traded for? Lamar Odom?
Was it Odom Karan in that car or am I tripping?
Yep.
Yes,
It was
I could-
Odom and
yeah, I
Karan
could've-
and them.
yeah, I
You could have been in
Yeah, I
that.
could have been in L.A.
But shit, you ended up on the late, you know, like.
You think that would have been a clash with you and D-Wade?
Nah.
At all? Like, how would that would have panned out as far as balance?
Just one. I mean, you know, he didn't shoot, so he was more of a slasher type. So, you know, we were both. You know, I'm fast. You know, I'm fast as shit. So I'm gonna get the ball up, and we just gonna run.
In comparison to who we see today, what would y'all want to, like Dame and McCullough type shit, or something more explosive than that?
I mean, the way we would have been fast as hell, man. It would have been. It would have been different.
Fox and Monk.
Nah, more like a Jason Kidd and Vince style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was one of those, but just more. I mean, Jason Kidd was about the same speed.
Yeah.
But you know, you're talking about guys who's really attacking. We both led, you know, the league in free throw. We're fighting
Y'all
for who's
would
going.
have definitely been flashing the fuck out of the
I
ball.
remember I was on the bad side of Wade.
Tell the story, Gil.
And this is the last time I called a player out in public, right? So, you know, USA they lost was 2004. They lost that 2004, right? So we're about to play Miami. So they were asking about, you know, what are you gonna do with Miami? Shaq, I think is Shaq over there yet?
No,
No.
For nah.
No, so this
06 is Shaq.
So after World Cup, 06 maybe?
was yeah. Nah, yeah. This is wait. Do we have to? Because we have Larry. Because Larry had to deal with that bullshit, right? It was the 04-05 season.
04-05.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm in the paper like, ain't nobody caring about no Miami, you know, and D-Wade. You know, we're gonna just do what they did in the Olympics. Just run a little zone on them. They can't shoot for shit, right? So I'm using USA basketball to talk shit about Wade, and I realize it's two different teams.
Yep.
Two different men.
Two different players. Two different players.
Right, so I'm just talking shit. Ain't nobody worried about that. He can't shoot for shit, right? Like I'm just talking, and then you're watching game by game, like, damn, he
Turning it on.
man, he cooking, right? So now I'm scared. I called his hotel. Hey, Dwyane. Hey, this is Gilbert. Venus. I don't know if you read the article, but yeah, they got that. You niggas always say you misconstrued. Yeah, you misconstrued.
We don't even know how to say it. It's misconstrued.
Yeah, misconstrued. Yeah, you know how reporters are. Yeah, you know, just like yeah. So I'm just, I ain't really mean none of that stuff that was in there. You know, we talking. So click. Woo. Yeah, dodge that bullet. You know how warming up. Oh, he looked like he on a mission.
Got that mode.
He got that mode going. Like, nah, bruh. Thought we had a conversation. You know how you shake hands and he just. I swear to God, he had about a quick 16. And I'm over here like, hey, use your words.
Relax.
Use your words. Speak what's going on with you. Use your word. And I remember Larry was so mad at me, bruh. Because I think he had like 40. And Larry was like, listen, if you're going to start calling people out, you guard them.
Yeah.
Right? You guard their asses, because I'm not taking all this smoke for you. My bad, bro. I ain't know it was going to end up like this. And then Brendan Haywood was like, after the game, he was like, I mean, Gilbert wasn't wrong. Shit, he didn't shoot. He didn't shoot.
Brendan would say some shit like that, man. Hey.
I think our records against each other was like 3-16. Yeah.
They used to smack you.
Oh no, I think he took that personal.
Yeah, especially when you call him.
Yeah, he took that personal.
He's like, oh, you gonna try to
You called the nigga called the hotel.
Oh, you gonna try to call?
I tried to.
As soon as he hung up, he said, oh, I'm about to
go to sleep early.
I'm about to cook him. This nigga tried to alleviate the pain. Fuck that.
Ever since then, I never called a player out like that. Bro. I got hit in the mouth. It was every. He never let up. Even though I had some great games, nah. He never let me live that one down.
I'm trying to find it right now just to confirm.
It was in Washington.
Oh, you did?
It was in Washington.
37.
He had almost 40.
In that 04-05 season?
Yeah.
Because y'all played them back to back.
Yeah.
Both of
There would have been an
2 times.
ass whooping back to back. Whatever it was ass whooping. I can tell you that.
And be having that confusion face on, like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong? Like, yo, hey, use your word.
Use your vowel.
And one. No, not that. Yeah. Calm down. You're scaring the fans. Goddamn it, ain't that serious?
Oh, was that the very first? Okay, the very first time y'all played him.
Yeah, first time.
This right, Gil.
Yeah, you see that?
He gave you 22 the next game.
That's
Back to back.
That's the type of energy I want to see in today's game, though. Like, we need that type of energy where niggas just like,
We could have been teammates.
call them out and then show up and wipe them out. Call them out, wipe them
Nowadays,
out.
dudes get caught out. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Oh yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah.
I seen niggas
Ooh.
take the breaks.
My
ankle hurt.
It's my break game. So Wade told Rachel Nichols, I've been Batman, I've been Robin, I've been one of the three Stooges.
Damn.
We talk about his career, everything he's done. He was also a devastating sixth man on that gold medal winning Redeem team in 2008. Really helped uplift and elevate them. But does Wade get enough credit for being able to play different roles on championship level teams?
No, I think he gets his flowers. No one's ever questioned, Wade's ability, Wade's talent. I mean, even when you think that, and when history, starts looking into USA basketball and what team was best, and him coming off the bench, you're like, how?
Yeah.
Right? How? Right? But I think that year when he went bald and showed up to USA, it's like, oh, this is a whole nother man right here, right? So I think he adapted very well to all different situations, and that's a talent in itself.
Yeah.
Right. Going on, having a team by yourself, then Shaq coming. Right. Nobody realized that. When Shaq came, they actually embraced. It was like a great merge.
No,
There was no hiccup. It was like a great merge, and then Shaq leaves. Wade has it by himself, and then boom, LeBron comes, right? As to players, they didn't have a hiccup. I mean, the team that bench was just old.
Yeah.
Right? They couldn't come off the bench. And then,
I mean, even that first year though, I think there was a
23-game winning streak.
But Bron coming in from Cleveland, used to being the man coming into Wade County, I think against the Mavs or whatever, kind of that whole shit. But Wade being like, look, I've been a champion before, let me lead you. Mm-hmm. So, a little bit, but after that.
I wonder what the Three Stooges comment. What is that Three Stooges? Three Musketeers sound a lot better than the Three Stooges. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I've seen
I like Musketeers.
When Shaq comes in, it's like it's a no-brainer that you gotta scoot over, right? Because Shaq is coming off of, this is 2002. This is when they lost.
No, 2004, 5.
2003. It was a 2003-4.
Pistons beat the Lakers.
Yeah,
04, right? So if you think about how Shaq was in that series that year, and then going to Miami, it's like if there's no drop off for Shaq, you got to scoot over, little fella. Mm-hmm. Let me show you how it go. Show you how to be Kobe. But then it's like D Wade took that year to learn from Shaq. Then he comes in, what was it, 05, 06? Mm-hmm. And then he becomes Flash. Right. That's the first time we seen Flash. So I don't really like the notion of people saying that he played Robin to LeBron, because the decision for him was like a teammate decision. Like we were talking yesterday, we're not dumb. I know how to dumb down my game when another good player comes in, two good players come in. He don't get enough credit for allowing them to come to his domain and sharing the wealth, sharing the seats, and then giving the credit to LeBron. And I think what Pat Riley did was to be able to say, Dwyane Wade is the best Heat player of our franchise history. No knock on LeBron, but D Wade held it down. Yeah. Being able to say, I'm gonna allow you guys to come in here and sit next to me and help us win. But all of the rest of his journey, even when he, goes to Chicago, goes to Cleveland, those are decisions that I don't think he wanted to make. Mm-hmm. I think he wanted to stay in Miami. But when you force a man's hand, the trajectory of his career changes his path. And it's not really by his choice. But did he end up back in Miami to close out his career? Mm-hmm. I'm just glad he was able to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that last game was epic too. Triple-double, yeah. I remember that.
D Wade, hold on, let's pull up the numbers. We got Pro Basketball Reference handy all the time. Everybody always be like, why you always looking at the computer? Nigga, I'm multitasking, okay? Doing 18 things at once. Yeah, 25, 11, and 10. And we talk about D-Wade even in the league. We got to go back to Marquette, too, because the shit, I'll never forget. So I came into UCLA 2000. My teammate TJ Cummings from Chicago, I think, played some AAU with D-Wade. We were all sitting on Bruin Walk and talking about all the guys we think are nice. He's like, yo, man, y'all got to watch out for my boy D-Wade. He's a Prop 48 this year. He not playing, but when he come in, he gonna be nice. And you know us LA dudes like, nah, nigga, fuck about no D-Wade. Nigga, like, whatever. Like, yeah. But then to see him those 2 years at Marquette, leading the team in scoring, making that Final Four run, dropping triple doubles in the tournament, was like, oh, this dude is. And you see it in college, right? But now to do it at that league level too, and to continue playing like that. Like he was playing a whole different game of basketball than everybody else. But shout out to you, D-Wade. What's up, everybody? As you know, Gil's Arena is presented by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest and best way to play fantasy sports. You can pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy projections, and you have the opportunity to win up to 20 times your money in a single night. We're doing the 5 ways, the 4 ways, the 3 ways. You know, you can do them 2 ways too, but the real bread is at the 5-way. Gil, who you rolling with right now?
Oh yeah, I just picked the 5-way.
That WNBA.
WNBA, all 5, let's rock it.
Let's get this
Yes,
bread.
sir.
Now, Underdog is available in 30 states and Canada, except Ontario. Get your minds right. Get on with the Underdog Fantasy crew. And if you want to get down, use promo code GIL and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. You put 100 in, they give you 100 right off the top. You start with 200. Really get them pick'ems going. Everybody out there, make your next move your best move. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code GIL, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. You can't beat that. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Keep watching. Keep supporting the movement.
I'll do it again. Use promo code GIL.
Sound like a good promo code to me.
Age is 0. Change the game. Put that respect on his name. Look, with the honor call for greatness, the chosen a few that carry the gift of genius, who do what they do, who possess finesse, are blessed with desire, it's true. I'ma say it loud, none other than who?